Hello, this is Steve, and you're on the Living in Southwest Virginia channel. I'm back with you for another look at this rifle, which I introduced in a short a couple of days ago. That short was a part of a series that I've started that I've titled Identify This Rifle. And identifying it is what I had to do when I saw it in the gun shop. It was in a place called Beverly's Gun and Pawn over in Coburn, Virginia. Some of you guys from Pikeville may be familiar with that shop because it's not too far from you. It's the first time I've been in there. But it's a very nice shop. They got a lot of guns. I'd recommend anybody that has a chance go in and check them out. But anyway, Justin Lowe and Boomstick identified this rifle as a JC Higgins Model 31. And you're 99% correct. It's actually a Model 30. From my research, the only difference is this rifle was made to shoot 22 long rifle only, and the Model 31 would also do longs and shorts. So you get kudos for that. I think that as far as cosmetically, they're identical. The rifle was made somewhere between 1950 and 1953, and they were produced for Sears, which Ronald Eastman said it was a Sears rifle, and he's right about that. But they were produced for Sears by High Standard. And I believe this one's the same as a High Standard Model 30. They said that this is a very unique rifle in that it came out with an aluminum receiver, which was pretty early for its time, and has a black walnut stock, which the wood on this thing is beautiful. I'm very impressed by it. It has a two-piece stock. You have the rear section here. When you take out your stock bolt and this bolt here at the receiver, the whole front section stock, including these side panels, slide off. And that's the first step in your takedown procedure on this. But has I believe it's a 24-inch barrel and a jeweled bolt. It's got a tube-fed magazine, and it's 18 rounds of 22 long rifle. Up on top, that is a JC Higgins branded scope. I believe it's made by Weaver from what I read. And it is a 4-power and has the factory mount. And from what I have seen, that factory mount is unique in that this grooved dovetail here on top of the receiver is not the standard 11 millimeter that is on most rimfires. It's narrower, so they say that if you want to mount a different set of rings on it, you have to do some research to find something that'll fit. But I don't think I'm going to take this scope off of it. I read that this rifle came with or without a scope from the factory, depending on how you bought it. And I imagine that this is the scope that came out on this rifle 75 years ago, or possibly 72 to 75. But it's just, it's a unique package. I'd never seen one before, and I had to have it. And we'll point out it does have the original iron sights on it. I think that's great. May try it on some iron sights challenges, although without a peep sight, it'll be a lot harder to shoot. It does have a jeweled bolt. And we'll go ahead and show that it is clear. And the finish on the stock is real nice. It's in pretty good condition. It's still got a lot of the original bluing on it. The only flaws that I see is there's some wear here on the front of the barrel and a little bit of pitting. And then a little bit on this side too. I'm going to do some cleanup on that. I've wiped it down, but I haven't really worked on the cleanup side of it. But here's a better look at that side charging handle. There's where the bolt comes through for the rear section takedown. And I believe for taking it down, all you have to do is take your front bolt out, take this bolt out, and the stock slides off of it. Then you can drop the trigger group out and then the bolt out. And that opens it up to do some cleaning. But everything I've seen and read, High Standard made good quality firearms. And they made this one for Sears that was sold under the JC Higgins brand name. Should be fairly accurate. I'm anxious to get out to the range and shoot it. It has 24-inch barrel. With 4-power scope, I'm not expecting miracles, but I do think I'm just going to keep this package as it is because I think it's a real cool gun. Has some history behind it, and that's something that I really am big on is the older rimfire firearms, or any older firearms for that matter. And like I say, looking forward to taking it out and shooting it. I have took it outside here at the house, and I run 5 rounds through it, just checking for function, and it worked flawlessly. And so I'm going to do a good cleanup on it, get it to the range, and see what she'll do. Congratulations again to the fellas that figured out what it was, Justin Lowe, Boomstick, and Ronald. And we'll be bringing out some more rifles in the future, or other firearms, and doing some more identification videos on them. And I have rambled on long enough. I think we're going to close this video out. Although one thing that I did not mention, and I'd better do that real quick, another real unique feature on these rifles is they had a retractable sling. There's a spring-loaded mechanism in this stock, and there was a little piece here that the sling was mounted to. You grabbed it, you pulled it out, and it locked up here on this tab. And then when you got done with it, you unhooked it, and the spring would wind it right back up, just like a tape measure. I've checked in this one. The stock does still have the spring and reel mechanism in it, but the sling itself and that little end bracket that hooks up top is missing. So I'm going to be watching for that. I found one on eBay that had the entire mechanism, the internal mechanism and the sling, but it was about 150 beans, and I'm not willing to put that much into it, although I would like to get this back in original condition with the original equipment. So again, I think I've rambled on long enough. I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys are really helping me out. The channel's growing. I appreciate anybody that finds any value in my content, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart. But with that, we're going to close it out. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to comment with any information or critique that you may have. And with that, we'll say goodbye. My name again is Steve. This is the Living in Southwest Virginia channel. And you guys have a great day.